where'd you get your batteries at?
Oh, I ordered them through Sarton.
Sarton?
Sarton.
How much were those batteries?
3 batteries and a 36-volt charger were $1,200.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but I was going to have to buy a battery charger, and I was going to have to buy a battery charger and 1 battery.
Mm-hmm.
And a battery charger is $500, a 4-bank charger.
Wow.
And add another $100, $600. I was going to have to spend at a minimum. And these things got 11-year warranty on them.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Say hi to this old boy. You apparently gave him my phone number. Jason,
is this the boy, Roger?
Jason Willis.
Jason Willis.
Leesburg, Louisiana.
Okay.
He's a kayak fisherman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do remember him. I gave you another number. I gave another number. The guy with Go Fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've flubbed it on that. I have not called him.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think that's a problem. He was giving a call, but I don't know if you've seen them around the lake. You know that Go Fish.
Yeah.
And they look like pretty good baits. And he said he was going to send some. He was wanting to know what colors that you would like, and so I told him, I said, "Well, just call Bob up and ask him." And I told him just mail it here, and I would give it to you, and that way I could, take pictures of it, and we'd talk about it on the thing.
Is he the guy that has that? He has a tournament a couple times a year.
I think he might. He's doing he's putting in a
boat storage.
Down there. Yeah. He and his wife, she works at Axton's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Misty is her name. She works at Axton's, and she's fairly new down there. Seemed like a pretty decent gal. And at any rate, I talked with her. We were trying to get her maps in down there, and that's funny, Axton's. I don't know what it is about them. They have never taken my maps, and I told her, I said, I don't know what it is about y'all. Y'all have never taken these maps. They got new owners now too, and he's a little new to the business as well. And I was trying to sell her on putting these maps in. Of course, she's got to ask him too. And about that time, this boy walked in the front door, and he was all garbed up, for fishing. And he turned around, and he looked at me, and says, "Do I know you?" I went like, "Well, I don't know." And then one thing led to another. So then he went just on and on. I was thinking, this is perfect timing for selling maps. Talking good about these fishing maps, It's like I paid this guy to come in here, but I'm too cheap to do that.
Good.
You hear good stuff sometimes. Yeah. And every once in a while, it's a blue moon, but I got one this week. We did a video. Now I say we. Yeah. You didn't have anything. I want to clear you. You didn't have anything to do with this video. This is one of the early ones on that I did, and I had David Kelly's voice, and I put it to a video, and it was David talking about Orwell Bay in here. Now it's got 12,000 hits on this thing. 12,000 hits, and this guy, I don't know, he must have had a bad day or what.
Right.
Now I want you to hear. I'm not going to mention his name, and I actually thought it was funny. I wish I hadn't deleted it because I had it word for word. But I went back and tried to recreate what he had written to me, and he wrote. Now this is David Kelly telling what he knew about the lake way back when, and it's got videos in here of him. I'll play a little bit of it. I don't know if it'll even. Well, anyway, he talks about this without the water in here, and here's what he wrote about it. He apparently, I say apparently, I don't even know if this guy fishes for it.
Right.
You know how that goes? He may not even fish for it, but this is what he said. And hey, I'm for constructive criticism, and every once in a while I get to laugh at some of these, and this is one of them. He writes, "Good Lord, if you fish fork and still don't know about these holes, you might as well quit fishing." He says, "Nothing to see here. You might as well be doing bowling videos."
Good Lord.
Yeah, bowling videos. Now I just want people to. I'm going to put the link up here, and I don't know if I can put it on the page, but I wish everybody that watches this video to watch this video, here's a link to that particular video.
Right.
And if you think I need to be doing bowling videos instead of these, write in and I will immediately start doing bowling videos. You'll see me and Bob down at the bowling alley down here doing a video of us teaching bowling. But, you know, and I think he went back and deleted it or something, you know, his email to me. I think he actually deleted that. But it's just, you know, if you're wallowing in misery, fishing is really, and you're fishing, so there's something wrong there, you know. So I mean,
amazing.
I don't know what you can do for somebody like that, and I actually feel sorry for the guy. He's probably got some, you know, this has been an awful year, and
it has.
It seems like people just come out of the woodwork that when bad times come along, you get people, they just seem to fall apart, and you have to have sympathy for them. And you should anyway. I mean, in spite of themselves, you know. And I don't take this any kind of criticism. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
You can call me all kinds of stuff, and I mean, we're still, you know, trying to help people. And I don't know sometimes if we are. I mean, we're definitely making an effort to do that. But
there you go.
Yeah,
it's the best we can.
Yeah, that's all it is. And if we fail, we fail. But at least we were trying. This week, well, last week, now, this is how the results were last week. I think you got that posted out.
Yeah.
And who's this? Galen Smith came in first place with 4 fish.
Yeah.
And you came in with 1 fish
I
here.
finally caught one.
Now, this wasn't hardcore.
Yeah, it was hardcore.
It was, okay, you were on the east side.
Yeah.
Okay. Just tough fishing, I guess.
It was tough fishing. It was.
Now, you started out in Glade? Is that where you went?
Yeah, started out. We went to Running Branch.
Oh, we went up to Running?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, went up in that Running Creek, rather.
That's up close to where this video was made.
Yeah. And I had gone in there. On Wednesday, and there was a pretty tall wind blowing out of the south, and it was forecast to be on Thursday. And the water was a little warmer, and it was protected by a point, and there was some grass, and I thought, hey, you know, this looks like as good a place as any to spend the day. So that's what we did. The fish they just have not moved up shallow yet. It's all I can come up with. But it's like I say, there have been fish there in the past. It's been an excellent place. I will try it again this week. Mm-hmm. It may not produce this week.
What was the water temperature up there, you know?
Well, it was 50 in Glade. It was 52 and 53 and 54. Up in there, it was 58.
Okay, so it warmed up a little bit then.
It was quite a bit warmer. Plus the grass, the fact of having some grass. I fished Tuesday and Wednesday, and Jason Willis, was that his name?
Yeah, I believe it was.
Called me. Yeah. From, I think, Leesville.
He's doing Bassmaster.
Yeah, he's doing
the kayak.
SS kayak
Yeah.
tour. And they've got a tournament up there this weekend, and he was hoping for some good advice, and I'm afraid I didn't give him very much. I told him what we did and, you know, where we did it. He's thinking seriously about going into Birch, which, depending on what the weather, you know, Birch can be great. But if I was out of a kayak and going to go into Birch, that sure is a long way to have to paddle to get back to the back of it. That's, you know.
Unless there's a way to access them, you know, from the.
Yeah, he says he can launch from the road, just as long as it's not expressly forbidden. So I'm picking my brain, trying to help him.
There's some newer roads, but you know, I've started kind of looking at trying to redo the map, you know, for maybe next year or something. And I've noticed there's several new roads back in that area, back up in there, and there's some places that some of the landowners, he might talk to some landowners, might let him go back there and launch right off their bank, 'cause it's not going to hurt anything, I wouldn't think. But some people might not like that. But generally, I would think people would let him do that.
He's wearing all the paint off one of your maps. I mean, he's a, he's a believer.
Well,
I wish him all the luck. You know, whatever we do Thursday, I can still pass information on to him since I'm a non-contestant. I can talk to him apparently right up to the very last. So if we find out anything Thursday, I'll swing it to him.
Well, he knew our that little girl that we know, Krista Hibbs.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And he had known of her, and apparently her name's getting out there quite a bit nowadays, and she'll be coming sometime here soon. I would imagine, you know. So, and anyway, this week you're in LFA. Kibis is who you're with, huh?
Yeah, I don't put the. That's for the results.
Oh yeah, I see. That, you know, if I could only read.
Ken Keelis is my partner for this.
I'm gonna learn to read during that bowling session. So.
Okay. Okay.
You know, I used to bowl.
Yeah. Back
in college.
I did once or twice.
Yeah. We drank a lot more than we did bowl, you know. But so you're doing an LFA this week, and you're with Kibis, and so where you going back up in Running Creek then?
I'm going back up to Glade and Running Creek, I imagine. I'm going up. As soon as I leave here, I'm going to go get gas and go pick up my stuff and head up there so I can fish this afternoon, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Because those fish are they've got to be just right on the edge of moving up.
Yeah. He told me a story of that kayak guy in Glade Bay. Did he tell you that same deal where he had his scoped out and his buddy got up in there for him and won the tournament? And that's a good spot too. I'm not going to show it on the map because he don't need any more competition than he's got right now. His friends probably much competition than anybody.
Yeah, it is. I went in there and checked it out, and matter of fact, Don, the guy that's looking at your boat, that's one of his favorite places.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. But there's so many good places, and that's what I tried to talk him into and talk Jason into doing, was to go back into Glade, but he's afraid that there's going to be too many boats in there.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the kayak people are going in there, and I know there's a media on Saturday also, which will add another 40 or 50 boats to the mix. So, but it'll be interesting to see how he does. I hope he does well. He's putting a lot of time into it.
Well, he is. He's a firefighter, and I kind of have an affinity for firefighters since I used to do some design on fire water systems, and I didn't want to be doing it, but I learned to do it, hydraulics and all that, and there was some extenuating circumstances there why it wasn't fun. But anyway, this week the weather, you've got not too bad of conditions, and maybe some showers maybe in the mornings.
A little bit, 20%, 15%.
Yeah.
32%. That's an interesting.
Well, that was yesterday's prediction. Now you may have a better prediction now than this one. I just happen to be up and about.
Hey, for 78 degrees, I can stand a little rain.
Yeah.
I mean, that's. I'm hoping that since it's going to warm as the week goes on, that Thursday may be hot dog. And Friday I'd be back up there again, except I've got a surgical procedure scheduled for Friday morning, so I can't fish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then you notice after Thursday.
Yeah.
And I've also got a long range thing from a long range forecast on.
Oh yeah, he sent that. He sent me that because my phone won't pick up the pictures. I got the old phone.
And it looks like there's a possibility, at least, we may have another bomb cyclone swinging through here.
Wonderful. I just can't wait for it.
Another one of those real bad ones like we had a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I've seen just the barest hint of it on the regular weather forecast, and they're not saying that. They're showing this front way back up here in the northwest. It's moving this way, but
Wow.
It's not close enough apparently for
I
them.
can't imagine it doing it again, but
Yeah. But there's supposed to be two more freezes according to this.
Hmm.
2 more freezes before it's out of here.
yeah.
So
You can't tell it by Lake Fork. When I was up there this last week, I sold more maps than I've ever sold in my life up there.
there are lots of people up there fishing.
They really are, and I had to go to Academy yesterday, and that sucker was full of
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, it's amazing.
They have not slowed down the fishing
Uh-uh.
industry. If anything, it might have sped it up.
I think the COVID sped it up. I think people figured out that they could get in the boat, get one on each end, and they're socially distanced.
Yeah.
Get out there and
Well,
fish.
You know, I mean, it's entertainment. It's good, clean fun most of the time. You know, and now there was, you know, I get comments also, and sometimes and I do apologize for anybody that asked a question and I didn't answer it because I just got busy, but. There was two in particular, and it had to do with this area right here up in Bird Island.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they were asking about pre-spawn, if that was a good area for pre-spawn in that area right there, and I figured you could probably answer that better than anybody.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, you can get back up in there. There's shallow water that goes way back up in there. And I like to come in from Alligator Cove, which is just
back up in this end, back in there.
Yeah. And really, when the lake's up like it is now, there's water all the way through there. You can't get a boat through there.
Right. Yeah.
But there's water all back in there, and all sorts of bushes and button willows and everything you can think of.
Well, it's a super little area right there, and you and I both fished that at the same time together. And there's just so many things, and in the big water out there that.
One thing you got to remember: this is some of the later spawners are down here.
Well, yeah.
And that's going to be a month after the north end.
Right.
So.
Well, you know, the time we've been up there, there wasn't any fish in there.
Yeah,
You know, and
yeah.
you catch it like that sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah.
Another question was had to do with the purple worm. You ever use purple worm in this lake?
It's been a long time.
Long time.
Yeah.
And it used to be that was a standard.
Lord,
you know,
yeah.
you use purple worm everything.
I remember when a purple firetail or purple whitetail, purple silver glitter with a whitetail.
Yeah.
I bet I put 100 pounds of them in the lake.
Yeah.
And not watermelon, but motor oil, gold glitter with a chartreuse tail.
Yeah.
I hung 100 of them in the tree. But you know, I've still got some of all of them.
Yeah.
And I carry them with me, and every now and then I'll put one on just to see if, and
Right.
they don't seem to pay any attention to
Well,
them.
you still like cotton candy, don't you?
Oh yeah, oh absolutely.
That's kind of your favorite
Cotton
one, isn't it?
candy is my go-to. That's what I'll be throwing this week.
Okay.
That and people don't believe it until they see me doing it, but that muddy water back in Glade, a cotton candy fluke, a lot of times is the absolute best thing you can throw. And why cotton candy works good in muddy water, I don't know, unless I think it just looks like a shad.
Oh, yeah.
And there's some big shad in there.
Yeah.
So anyway. But yeah, there's so many good places on Lake Fork. It's just unbelievable.
BassTournamentFinder.com, Bob's site.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for tournaments on the lake, this is the way to get information on them. And so far as this weekend, I don't think this weekend there's much going on.
JC Outdoors is happening.
Did you think JC Outdoors, is it solo going on this weekend?
Yeah, I was thinking
Mega Bass.
Mega Bass.
Mega Bass, the 28th.
March 28th.
Yeah. Got that coming up, and then you got the Patriot Challenge. I think it's April, isn't it?
It's already part of April.
Right. I should have called Chuck. I had him call in today, but I just flat forgot about it. But this is a big deal. The Patriot Challenge is, and of course the Mega Bass is a great deal too.
Yeah. Mega Bass will have probably 1,800 boats. They're getting close to 2,000 on it.
Wow.
First place each hour, $15,000. First place overall is a boat and $15,000.
That's a pretty cute trick to have that many anglers at one time and manage the tournament like that.
Yeah.
Chad Potts, can't say enough about him. He does a really good tournament, and people apparently they really like it because they show up here and
They do.
and in droves, and so Patriots Challenge is April 9th
10th.
and 10th. I think it's 2 days, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 days.
9th and 10th on Fork.
Right.
So Colonel Allen West will be speaking at it. If you've ever heard of him, it'll probably be a pretty neat thing. I may try to go up there and slide in there, sneak in the back door.
I'll sneak you in. We can actually get you in legal. We get.
Unlegal is more fun.
Got you. We'll get you in. We'll get you in regardless.
Yeah. All right.